Hey guys, Al here. So we've talked a lot about our fish fertilizer plus humics. If you're interested in learning a little bit more and why you should consider it for your food plot, cover crop, or garden needs this fall, keep watching. In this next clip, we're going to go into more detail.
Fish fertilizer plus humics.
Yeah, really excited about this product. I mean, did a lot of extensive testing on this last year. You know, guys, we're always testing things. And, fish fertilizers have been around for a long time, and trying to source a really good quality one is a challenge. And then also, again, adding our own spin on it by adding the humic acid in there to help with nutrient uptake. There's biology stimulation that occurs. The fish in and of itself is a natural form of NP and K. NPK is your macros. You're also going to have a bunch of other stuff in there, like even amino acids and things like that are going to help biology stimulation and plant health. You also have soil conditioning, which is basically soil structure and texture, things like that. Fish fertilizer is also good for microbial activity. So if you sprayed fish fertilizer on and then took a CO2 burst test, you would almost guaranteed see a big increase in CO2 bursts, because those microbes are going to go, what in the world is this? And they're going to start breaking down that organic form of nutrients and making it available to the plants. Obviously, it is a natural substance. We add the humic acid in there to make sure that all of those things are more stable. You get additional water retention. You get additional stimulating plant growth. So then the question is, well, how do you use it? Well, most people, I would say, are going to use it like you and I have used it in the past, which is whether it's spraying their front lawn, to a food plot, to an orchard, they're most likely going to be doing it as a foliar application.
And I don't know if we mentioned this yet. It's a liquid product. It's our first liquid product sold in 1 gallon jugs.
Yeah, I'm really happy you mentioned that. So this is in 1 gallon jugs. It is a liquid. So you're going to use a couple ounces per gallon of water. So if you're spot spraying your garden, I did some tests where I was spraying a row, probably at least every week, if not up to 2 times a week, foliar applications with really good results, right? So good growth, good color of the leaves, good fruit texture, dense, the density of the fruit. Sometimes with like tomatoes, for instance, guys will say like, oh, I pick it, but it's kind of soft, and it's a lot of times it's not well balanced calcium getting uptaken, or not enough calcium, and you get bottom end root rot and all these other things. Well, I was getting really dense fruit. The fruit looked good. It wasn't cracking. Good root structure of the plants when I terminated them and pulled up the roots to take a look at. So I was really happy with that and was doing it fairly often. Obviously, on a larger scale, like an acre or 2 acres or your yard, you're probably not going to be doing it twice a week. So you can bump up, maybe do 4 ounces per gallon, say 12 gallons to an acre. So that's one application. That's a foliar application. This is pretty broad across all foliars. It's like you normally don't want to do it in the middle of the day, middle of the heat. The stomata, fancy name, just think of how the leaves take in energy, take in nutrients. They close up. They're trying to reduce evaporation of water and things. So they close up in the middle of the day, early morning with the dew on, they are wide open. They're trying to absorb all of that dew and moisture and things like that. So again, when it comes to these type of things, it's easier to do, or better to do early in the morning, later in the evening. That's kind of the best time to do it. Guys are going to always ask, well, can I mix an herbicide or something like that? You probably can. I think it would probably increase absorption of the herbicide. There's Nicole Masters is a book I'm currently reading. She does a really good job of talking about kind of where standard agronomy meets regenerative agriculture and kind of that conversion over. And one of the things she always recommends when using an herbicide is adding a humic element to it. But like anything, guys, do a jar test before you do it. Make sure it doesn't coagulate. Don't pour it in your sprayer, then leave for 2 days and come back. Like, things do happen, right? Chemistry is going to react in that tank. Biology is going to react in that tank. So do a jar test on that. Some of the other ways in which you can use this that I just want to bring to light is you absolutely could also be doing a soil drench is typically the kind of the term used. And that would be just like spraying it at the time of planting. So you've gone through, you've broadcasted, you've terminated your crop, and it's not growing yet, but you're not going to be at your property or your farm, or you're going out of town, whatever it is, for a couple of weeks. You're like, oh, I got this. I want to get it on there. The nutrients aren't going to go anywhere. That humics is going to further help. It's already organic, so the level of nitrate's very low. So it's not like it's nitrate that's going to leach out right away, and you're going to have immediate volatilization. But adding that humics is further going to help to extend the life of that product in the soil profile. Spraying it right on after planting is also another option. Because of the microbial stimulation, you also can spray it on right after planting, because it's going to help with thatch recycling. You're jump-starting those microbes, right? You're giving them a little bit of a shot of N. You have that humics on there. So it's going to help also not only with the nutrients that are directly into the plant, but also that microbial stimulation that's going to have more nutrients solubilized. So now you have those young seedlings that are growing and this fresh pool of nutrients for both the bacteria or good biology in the soil, as well as those young seedlings. So that's another option as to how it can be used. And like always, guys, like I said, do a jar test before going out and mixing a whole bunch of different things into one tank. But that would be my recommendation.